Welcome everyone to Mutant Heirs of Doom, Session 0. So, this is basically the translated version of Mutant Undergångens Arvtagare in Swedish. But, to make it a little bit more difficult, or easier depending on how you look at it, we're using the World of Darkness rules, just to confuse it a little bit more.
It'll be fun.
It'll be great. So, how have the character creation gone so far for you? Is there anything that you need to do to finish the character mechanically?
You know, I'm familiar with the system, so
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good.
But I think I might, like, if I'm gonna roll anything in particular, then I might just quickly ask first to make sure I'm doing it right. But otherwise, I think I'm ready.
Oh, I think we all need to ask what to roll.
Yeah.
I should probably get my dates out.
You need a crap ton of D10s. Yay! Ilya Baldurich.
Yeah, I don't have a crap ton of D10s, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to rely on the system here.
Yeah, you have an infinite amount on this beautiful page.
But it means some.
Yes.
Well,
Hey, Mal.
yeah.
What's loyalty and secrecy under virtue and vice?
I needed a virtue and I needed a vice. Virtue is loyalty. Vice is that he's not going to really tell anybody that he's loyal, among other things.
So there's 7 virtues and 7 vices.
Oh, okay, cool. Are they the
So
sins?
it's actually it's the sins and the.
Okay, that's easy.
Let me see if I can get to it here fairly quick.
And we got 3 specializations, correct?
Yeah, like pistols would be a specialization, or hiding in shadows would be a specialization, or
Okay, so could
public
investigation,
speaking.
written word be a specialization, where it's like going through books or documents or something of that nature?
Investigation and research, maybe.
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. I just wasn't sure how to phrase it.
Of course, that might be academics research too. It's just entirely up to you.
Well, I'd rather have it academics, to be honest, because my academics is much higher.
You can have your specialties in multiple, like you can have multiples in the same skill.
I already have 2 in academics.
Hey Mal, the virtues are charity, faith, fortitude, hope, justice, prudence, and temperance.
Okay, yeah, like Pope Gregory. I got it.
Yep, and then the vices are the 7 deadly sins.
Nice. Okay.
So,
Namesake.
just going over the character sheets to make sure we're not too crazy. And Mal, are you human?
Yeah, I'm human.
All right, you get 1 more attribute point.
Nice.
All right, under physical, I'm showing you got 14 points.
Yeah, I think that's because I didn't understand specializations. I have to fix that.
Yeah, that I don't know why that one video I sent you, the guy.
Yeah, I went from the guy and he said 3 specializations and it means you add 1 to, but it has to be under the same group. So
Yeah, but it's actually like a specific thing within. So like athletics might be sprinting or foot races or anything like that. Brawl might be dirty fighting or haymaker or anything like that. Firearms would typically be like rifle or pistol, or usually it's specifics within those skills.
Oh yeah. So I have 1 here, and like 1 for athletics is like acrobatics for swimming.
Yeah. And then Greg, I think yours had the same thing going on. It looked like there was like 14 points.
Shouldn't have been.
Well, the 5th
No,
dot
I-
and anything, 5th dot counts as 2 points.
I don't have any 5 dots.
Okay.
My guy's kind of an overall sort of jack of all trades, but definitely no 5 dots.
Okay. Maybe that was from your earlier.
Potentially,
Ooh, I like the picture.
just instead of the machine gun, but a crossbow.
Meh. It's an inline crossbow.
There you go.
It's an arrow shooter.
An arrow sling.
Holy shit. Spetsnaz knife fighting. You have all the special moves. Except for the very last.
No, I have the very
Backflip,
last one.
tomahawk throwing.
I've got all 4 points in it.
Oh, it's only a 4-point fighting style.
Right. 4 point there. Yeah.
Specialization, knife, interrogation, body language, cool, 7 there, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 there, cool. You have a kukri. A telescopic baton and a crossbow.
Jeez, you're kitted out for murder, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Leave it conscious there for intimidation.
Murder, hobo.
Sounded like Brady Bunch to me. Oh, can I say that?
Should have been like the Flintstones.
I would have said Flintstones there. Homer Simpson.
He's the greatest man in history.
Got it. I hear it now.
You are getting a little bit robo-sized, Greg.
Very fuzzy.
Yeah,
Man. Don't know
yeah,
why.
that actually might be the actual Wi-Fi in this place. It's 2 floors up.
Okay, Colin, your points look good there. All right, Colin.
Yeah?
So to have 5 dots in academics, it costs 2 points for the 5th dot.
Yes.
So that brings you up to like 12.
5, 6,
Oh,
7,
wait.
8,
6,
9,
7,
10,
8,
11,
Never mind. I miscounted.
12.
I think 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, you got it right. I was wrong. Basic reading skill is failing me.
I'm so smart.
No, I'm not smart.
I had to count it like 5 times to make sure. So you threw me off when you said it was not right. I go, what?
And your character looks like an old world pilgrim scholar thing.
That's pretty much what he is.
Gradiating Wanderer. I don't even remember that one, but
Basically, it allows me to quickly find leaders in new places as well as to figure out the best way to approach them.
cool.
It's
So-
find the head cheese.
And
Oh,
butter
here's the
him
head
up
cheese.
Yeah, find the head cheese and butter them up.
because cheese and butter, apparently.
Who's the boss man around here?
Actually, my grandfather used to sell head cheesers.
He used to what?
So what cheese?
Head
He used to
cheese.
sell head cheesers.
My brother used to make
Yeah.
head cheese. It's gross.
Yep.
His virtue is hope. His vice is lust.
Hoping to get
Looking to get busy.
But he's a
No,
nerd.
no.
So the
Now that makes me want to go back and look at the rest of you and see what the hell your virtues and vices are.
I gotta still think about that because I actually put that in at the very beginning before I had much of a character concept.
Oh, come on. He can be secretly lustful. Hell.
but he can't be secrecy.
Oh, those humans with their soft, smooth skin. Oh, you're a mutant. Are you a mutant, Greg?
Yeah, I only took one thing from the mutant merits, which was the night vision.
Oh, you're a scary fucker.
Pretty much. I was thinking about dropping one of the points in Spetsnaz and getting the sprinter feat, which lets me do double movement. So
I can get up there. Thack!
but the double attack really sold it to me. Being able to slash and then stab.
You know, now that I have more of a concept, I'm thinking the vice might be more along the lines of pride. I'm not really sure though.
It's up to you. Fortitude and wrath. So when you get pissed off, you get extra stab happy.
Pretty much, but I have a code.
I don't stab children. And
Only
that's-
dogs and mothers.
And
men.
Dark Elf. I mean, wait, wrong character.
Definitely dark elves.
Are there dark elves? Because if they're dark elves, they're probably in danger.
Maybe there's some kind of mutant.
Damn mutants. So fortitude and wrath. Patience and pride. And
I didn't really get to look to see what the virtues and vices did. I used to know, but it's been a long time.
it's tied to your willpower points.
Got it.
Vices give you 1, virtues give you a bunch.
All of them.
All the willpower.
I have the power.
I have the power.
By the power of grayscale.
Exactly.
Beat me to it.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well,
That voice every time.
Yeah. Crow.
if you have your characters fairly ready, then we can continue to how you get into the story, so to say.
Yep. Everybody looks pretty good from where I'm sitting.
So the plot hook, as you have been given, is that you are in Hindenburg, which is the capital of the Psi Society. They are yearly having a bazaar with different finds, mostly, old technology and such. Really, the things you all seek to gain. And this is held for 2 weeks in April, and the first week is only for the big shots in the society, the rich aristocratic families and such. So the whole area is fenced off against people like you, essentially.
The riffraffery.
Yeah, the riffraffery, the lesser beings. But during the second week, the bazaar is open for the public, meaning you, among a lot of other people, to have a chance to purchase these rare finds, or what's left of them, at least, since the aristocrats take most of the finer goods.
Maybe I
So,
can find some plastic bags.
oh, maybe you can find some plastic bags. Plastic is about as valuable as we would consider gold or diamonds, except that it's useful.
Don't know why that happened.
Too much awesomeness.
So,
Yes.
we were just discussing the merits of handfuls of grocery bags.
Ooh.
Stretchy gold.
5 cents.
Stretchy or
What is the currency? Old world paper currency or
They have credits, and it is basically coins. But that, of course, is only useful within civilization, or even in the Psi society, because once you get outside, you have different factions that have their own currencies and such. But technology is always a safe bet when it comes to trading.
I don't know if I can afford any technology. I didn't take resources.
if Ilya is coming to this bazaar, he's looking for work.
Indeed, that's pretty much
As is
what I had planned for you. So, the question is, do you know each other to begin with?
Ilya might know Rusky Eryk, but also possibly not for long. But the journey across the Eastern Sea is a very difficult one to undertake alone. It is a treacherous place.
Indeed, you have the Goots. Basically, Gotland, which is the largest island, is its own faction. It's outside the.
I was looking straight due west of where we are now in Hindenburg. It's all those, they're supposed to be not the nicest folks, eh? I imagine we landed either further south or further north and had to journey inland for a while, so we at least semi-know each other.
Right. So if you look at the map, if you look at the map, everything that's east from the coast is hostile territory, basically. And everything that is below like 30, what is it, 33, is also hostile territory.
Damn wolves.
Yeah, well, and then in, what is that, 36? The far north, you have the northern wastelands, which are
This is a
Cra-
bad joint.
super dangerous, basically.
Yeah.
Only
I'm actually, I was trying to figure out where the landing and where the journey may have taken us. And I guess we would have to have gone around Gotland, or at least like try to land on that peninsula southwest undetectedly. I don't know. It was certainly would have been an undertaking, but a manhunt will drive you to do suicidal things, I suppose. I will.
So your character knows
Rusky Eryk. This is Greg.
Eryk.
Kharvo tends to hunt for civilizations, so more city bound.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Hindenburg is the largest city within the society, so you might even be from there, or Pike, which is it's what I would imagine like a gangster town, basically. The corrupt police, and it's close to a swamp, so yeah.
Swamp critters.
And then
Now-
you have North Holmia, which is in the north. Those are the three largest cities within the society. Then you have people living even in the forbidden zones in the outskirts, but they are a little bit weird.
Barbarians, in the most traditional term of calling someone a barbarian. They live far away. They're really weird.
Vikings.
So,
Jotans.
is there any areas on here that would have like old world ruins or something like that? Potentially?
Well,
Possibly the city itself.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
If it's like built on the bones of the old society.
To my understanding,
Not
of
really. Now the forbidden zones are the closest one to Hindenburg is pretty much where Stockholm was. So supposedly Stockholm was bombed with nuclear weapons, and that's why it's a radioactive zone. So the zones are rich with old technology and architecture,
But
and
dangerous
such.
as hell.
but also quite hazardous, and that's also where you would find these mutated beasts like the well-known stag beetle.
So you
So,
could probably use an escort if you're going. At
that
least.
could be one of the reasons I'm here, but another thing I would be interested in is probably some of the old technology that might be for sale at the bazaar.
Right.
To get, even if I don't have any money, just to get a closer look at it and possibly appraise it for people and get work that way. Or
So you
tell
have-
them what it was for.
So you have creatures like the stag beetle, which to us might not sound very dangerous, but imagine a huge stag beetle.
How big are we talking? Like a bull?
Like
Not
Starship
quite.
Troopers big.
It's like half the size of a car.
Nice.
Hmm.
Want to ride it?
Got it.
I want to cast a spell.
Good luck with that.
Could also go a little bit deeper into Psi-mutants, because they are a little bit special. They're shunned by most societies except for some smaller ones where they are pretty much considered like shamans and such. But essentially they are just like mutants, but their mutations are mental and not physical. So they are deceiving because you cannot detect them because they don't have extra arms or strange eyes or anything.
Greg.
So the stereotype is that they have really large heads because they're very intelligent and mentally powerful, and very small and frail bodies because all the energy went to the head, to the brain, and everything.
I am Megamind.
Kind of
was
like
good. Little gray man.
kind of like the typical alien.
Little gray man.
But yeah, there used to be a police force that were hunting Psi-mutants exclusively for the greater good of mankind, as in humans, not mutants, just humans. But they are banished and illegal right now, but they still exist.
So I probably wouldn't want to go around saying, "Hey, I'm a Psi-mutant."
Yeah, they would. I mean, people fear them. They like parents tell their children, like, be nice, or the Psi-mutant will get you. Pretty much.
Dream eaters. Thought stealers.
Oh
Don't
yes.
trust them.
And it's a whole kind of religious thing about protecting yourself against them. You can have things like a rubber band in your hat to protect your head from intrusion and things like that.
So super superstitious.
A tinfoil cone. I just wrap around.
Tinfoil
what
is
kind
very
of
useful.
what kind of superstitions might a Psi-mutant have themselves?
Humans are bad.
Well, I mean, they are shunned, so they are of course afraid to reveal who they, what they really are. Apart from that, I'm not entirely sure.
They tell ghost stories to their children about the ethnic cleansing lynching mobs that come around looking for them.
Be careful, or the farmer with the pitchfork and torch will get you.
Just hide in your UFO.
I was just curious if they had like any old world superstitions or anything like that, but
They were not part of the old world.
not part of the old world, but I mean like superstitions about the old world or ancestors or something of that nature. Or is that mainly the mutants, not the Psi-mutants?
Nothing that I can come up with on the fly.
Fair enough.
Regarding the animal mutants, the physical ones, people don't know how they came to be, but once they came up to the surface from the enclaves, they met them out in the wildness, and supposedly the first thing they said that the humans could understand was that we came from heaven.
Far out.
Probably.
Except the bunny men. I feel bad for the bunny men.
Oh yeah, the rabbits.
Good eating.
They are nasty little buggers.
Good eating on a bunny man.
And the animal mutants were used as working force to rebuild or build a new society, and they are still stuck in that role, trying to oppress and well, not oppress, but they're trying to break free from their role and be seen as an equal.
They weren't
humans.
slaves, but very much became the underclass by working.
Pretty much, because they were
the Israelites.
They are physically superior through their mutations.
Yet outnumbered by the normal people.
Yeah, normal people.
Damn normals.
So yeah, that's a bit of an information for you. So regarding the adventure that I'm gonna kick it off, but we'll see how far we get because I haven't had a whole lot of time to prep. Mostly I've been struggling to just get you the rules so you can create your characters and so on and so forth. But hopefully can get something fun for you, at least.
Just be one moment. Just gotta feed the dogs, but I'll be right back here.
All right.
So most of the mutants are based off of like existing critters type of deal.
Mostly farm animals like dogs and cats and ducks and such.
Mutant furries.
So many furries.
I don't mind the dog mutants. It's the cat ones that worry me. Smarmy bastards.
Well, they were already planning our demise. Now they can do it.
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Squirrels spouting their anarchy rhetoric. Overthrow the government. Let us rise up. I mean, squeak.
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeaking.
Anybody ever play a curious little old game called Nightshade?
Nope.
It was an old Nintendo game.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Basically, you were an up-and-coming superhero without any powers, but you wore a trench coat and looked like a Dick Tracy wannabe.
Oh yeah. Now I know. Now I know what you're talking about. Trench coat. That's what I mean.
Yep.
All right. Well, kick it off. You have all come from near and far to Hindenburg for the bazaar to either take part in a chance of a good deal or to find some work. The streets around the bazaar are bustling with people waiting to get in. There are some merchants outside that are trying to sell their wares, but they're clearly not selling anything that's genuinely worth your time.
Little red horses, painted all nice, but unfortunately not useful for the utilities which we require. Ilya's walking with Eryk, but mostly not out of personal familiarity, more so he's uncomfortable in the crowds here. He likes being in the city, but the bazaar is just such a stark difference to the last 3 or 5 years of traveling they've all done. He's only been in town for a few months, and he's still not entirely used to seeing all the people who don't want to kill each other.
Yes, indeed. Carrying your weapons openly on a street like this would be, frankly, illegal. So it seems fairly peaceful. Now, you have all been able to ask around and find a person, Carl, they call him. He's a mutated rabbit with a slouching hair and suspenders. And he has promised you that he would find you work. After a day in the capital, you have traveled to Hindenburg, had a good night's rest in one of the cheaper hotels. You're all being notified as you come down to have breakfast that there is a person of interest that wish to employ you. This particular person would like to meet you in the bunker. And as you know, the bunker is the closest thing you would get to a nightclub on steroids.
Yeah!
Is he paying us to party, or is he going to actually pay us for work?
Both sounds pretty good to you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Doesn't really seem like my kind of place, but work is work, right?
Carl says, "Oh, yeah. He's called Smiley. And no, I don't think he wants to party with you. He just likes to meet you at a bustling place, I suppose."
Filled with witnesses in case he does not like us. Looking forward to our first meeting with Mr. Smiley.
Yes, something like that, I'm sure. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Kharvo just glares at Carl. Well, the dark lenses on the mask glare at Carl, but
Just
Okay,
cocks his head at you.
what kind of check would I have to do to see if he's being genuine when he says, "I'm sure nothing bad will happen to you"?
empathy, I
I
think.
would like to do
Is it just straight empathy?
I'm actually also going to do an investigation check on body language to see if something's amiss.
All right.
I also have empathy as a merit as well, so I don't know how that affects all of this.
What does the merit do?
Oh, you have it as a psi mutation.
Yes, a psi mutation.
Yeah, that's one of the things I haven't mechanically worked out, but
All right, so you're trying to use empathy to avoid being lied to, so it's a resistance. No, it would be either a power or finesse you're trying to gauge. So it's either intelligence or wits. This is kind of your call on it, plus empathy, plus
Intelligence.
any relevant things you have, like in Greg's case, body language, and in your case, your empathy mutation.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the mutation would work mechanically.
Basically,
How many dots is it?
It's just a 1-dot mutation.
So it'd give you like a +1 bonus or a 1 extra dice or something like that. It's usually the best way to figure it.
yeah, you would have
Maybe
like-
2.
you would have to activate your mutation.
Oh, I have to activate them?
Yeah, and you're using intelligence.
Now, I am interested in seeing how the rolls and everything work here, but I'm going to hedge my bets in saying that poor Carl is just jumpy because that's what they do.
So you would use intelligence to activate your mutation, and depending on the mutation, you might have to overcome your opponent or not.
Would they know that I've used my empathy to do this, my mutation?
They would not know if you succeed, but if you fail, they might notice something.
If that's the case, I'm just going to do the straight up empathy roll, the regular one, without activating it.
And Alex, for your end, that's going to be like composure if they are actively lying. So it'd be versus composure. Like that would take away from Colin's dice.
And on my body language, I got 2 successes.
I got 2 successes as well.
Already getting jumpy on the rabbit person.
No, right?
I'm setting it someplace suspicious, so...
I sense weakness.
Well, he seems a little bit jumpy. He's scratching his arms a bit, as if he's craving for something.
I was going to say, maybe he's just strung out. Like, poor guy needs a fix.
But it doesn't seem like he is being untruthful.
All right.
Yeah. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock it was. Yes, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Bunker. Smiley. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Why is he called Smiley?
He's a happy guy. Has a really big smile.
6 o'clock, you'll say, all right.
All right, well,
Or at least
good luck, I guess. And he looks at you. All right, bye. And he scutters away.
So, I assume we have not formally met each other, that we may have even had this conversation with Carl in relatively different instances, but we all meet up at the bunker, at least relatively, when we all go speak to Smiley at 6 o'clock. And that is where Ilya will be waiting, out in front of the nightclub, probably 5:45.
Yes, so is there anything you wish to do before the meeting with Smiley?
I think we're all pretty broke, so that kind of excludes shopping.
I bum a smoke off of somebody.
The best I can do is look around, see if there's something I haven't seen before, some sort of old world relic that's new to me that I can just sort of look at and maybe ask someone about.
Well, there is a large man with a very high top hat, and he has some sort of mechanical piece on his chest about the size of a plate with wires winding here and there.
Any chance that I know what it is?
We can roll.
That would be academics and intelligence, and then a specialization in old world technology gives me some kind of bonus.
Yeah, a +1.
Okay. So I was correct in saying that's intelligence and academics, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, you're using your deductive skills.
I have 1 success.
Well, it is, or it was, an alarm clock at one point, but it has been altered quite heavily. Not perhaps for the better, but he's basically wearing it as a necklace.
Flavor Flav!
And this is at the market or in the bunker? Or at the bazaar or in the bunker?
You see him outside on the street, and he's proudly wearing it, showing it off to some women.
If that's the case, I will approach him and say something along the lines, "Oh wow, that's a really cool piece you got there. Do you happen to know? Do you happen to remember where you found it?"
And he kind of looks at you. Oh, yes, it is fabulous.
Indeed.
Well, I bought it from a merchant.
That it looks to be a very cool old world piece. An old thing they used to use to tell the time, and at some point it would ring and make all these loud noises and wake them up after a long night's sleep.
What? How do you know that? That's not what the merchant told me.
Oh, really? What did he tell you?
Why, this?
Mhm.
Oh, it would help me with my headaches.
I don't know. It does appear to be pretty heavily modified from what it used to be. So I can't say for sure that it wouldn't, but I
Right,
definitely can
right.
tell you what it used to be.
How would you know how this works?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Erich M. McCombs. I am a scholar of old world society and technology.
Huh. Well, isn't that a fancy title?
Malcolm. Keeps Psi-mutants from laying eggs in my chest cavity.
Fancy. It's mostly looking over old pieces and old literature to learn what I can, but
Yeah.
it's not something.
What can you do? Well, I kind of have to go. I kind of cramped in my style here, man.
It's gonna be like, this guy's gonna be so sick of you in about 5 seconds.
Especially if the ladies leave.
Yeah, they left.
You can't be Flava Flav without no seasoning. Come on, man.
I apologize then. Have a good day.
Yes, I surely hope so.
And with
Can't
that,
get
I
any-
will take my leave.
Can't get any worse than this. All right. Well, at the bunker, there are a lot of people streaming in. It is very busy, and as soon as you enter through the front door, you see this huge bar area with long benches, and people and mutants alike are drinking, and a female human waiter comes up to you as you come in through the door. Welcome. How may I help you?
Here for meeting with Miley.
Meeting. Oh. All right. I shall direct you. She spins around. Come with me.
Follow along.
Now that Ilya doesn't trust, but he also follows along.
Same here.
Kharvo follows, trying to make himself as small and inconspicuous as possible.
All right. Well, she walks you to one of the corners of the bar, and you can see that a toad gentleman is sitting there in a booth. He is a similarly prosperous-looking toad in a Ulk suit with reinforced elbows, slipovers, and a tie. The recently purchased tweed coat is not able to conceal that the suit is worn and ragged, and a bowler hat with spotted sweatband and a cane completes the picture.
Oh my god, he's adorable.
You hear what sounds suspiciously like a retch coming from behind Kharvo's mask.
Why did it have to be toads?
Well, gentlemen, here you are.
All right.
Can I get you anything?
Is he paying or are we?
And he kind of waves.
You'll see. Go sit down.
Good evening, gentlemen.
This swarthy gang just kind of appears out of the crowd before this toad man. I love this image right now. It's working well. The hat perfects it.
I heard you were in need of work. I'm not mistaken, am I?
No, you are correct. Carl says you have
Oh.
the two rescues say at the same time.
Excellent.
Yeah, Carl's in it.
That's great. Great. Well, it's quite simple, really. I have a girl, a strumpet. I need you to keep an eye on her. You see? See?
And what are we to be looking for?
Oh, just make sure that she doesn't get into any trouble or runs away. That's all.
And if this happens?
Well, if she gets into trouble, I hope that you can relieve her of the trouble. If she runs away, well, I hope you can catch her.
Why would she run away?
Oh, well, she's under a bit of stress late, so she might get some silly ideas to try and escape troubles, you see?
A job is a job, and we will get her where she needs to be.
Ah, that's what I want to hear. And he smiles.
He's a happy guy.
So where will this job be taking us?
I want you to stay with her. I have rented the attic thermopolium. See? So all you have to do is really stay with her for a couple of days until the misunderstanding has been sorted out. See?
And what are you paying for this job?
Well, I'll seem competent enough. I shall pay you 7 credits a day.
The best part is we have no idea if this is a fair amount or not.
Yep.
I think Ilya is pleased with the concept that it's per day, and at that, he's good to go.
We will keep your strumpet in line. A question. Does it matter if she has free reign? Or
She cannot leave the attic.
in the attic? Very well.
Yes. Once you give her a finger, she'll take the hand. See?
We have planned. It will be done.
That's good. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. It's good. Well, I shall. Well, should we shake on that? Dust off his hand.
It will shake, but well, actually, I should ask a question. What are the contractual
Specifics?
more along the lines of what are the contractual habits of the area? Do they tend to do things by handshake, or do they tend to do things by word? Do they write things out?
Well, this job does seem to be a bit off the record.
Break a deal, face the wheel.
You say 7 credits daily for 2 or 3 days?
Oh, a couple. I can't say for certain how long it will take to conclude this misunderstanding that I have found myself in. But it could be 2, it could be 3, 4, but that would be really.
Very well, understandable. Paid 1 day in advance.
A day in advance? Oh, I don't know about that. Well, you can try and haggle with him.
Basically, it's what I'm attempting to do because I don't want to get screwed out of my money.
Ilya isn't going to participate in the negotiations, but he's not going to stop you from trying to get us paid more either.
So what would that be under? Under haggle? What would that be under there, Alex?
You're trying to manipulate them into doing what you want, so manipulation plus
Persuasion?
persuasion versus their
Cutting a deal.
resolve,
Okay.
I think.
Manipulation plus persuasion versus manipulation persuasion. That's what it says.
Okay. So fair enough. 2 successes.
Well, in advance, I'll give you half a day's worth in advance.
It's better than nothing.
Now you better not run off with this cash now, see? That makes Smiley really sad.
Understandable.
Okay, so did I miss the part where he said his relationship to this person we're supposed to be guarding? Because there was some sort of cutout in the audio.
All he said was that he had a strumpet that you are supposed to look after.
She's his strumpet.
What's a strumpet?
It's a mean way of calling a girl.
Oh,
Sure.
A prostitute.
got it.
So Smiley is a pimp.
Now I understand. This whole thing makes so much more sense all of a sudden.
A
He's
disgusting toad man pimp.
He's a bowler hat.
Yeah, he's...
He's a fashionable, disgusting toad man pimp.
Well,
You having a bullet?
oh yes. Well, don't have to go yet if you want to stay, but the attic on Thermopolium is it's a famous place. You should know it. It's just a block away.
Do I have your permission to stand by guard with my firearm?
Yes.
Good. Then we are in accord. I will be outside.
Just don't point it at anyone.
I'm not an animal. He says.
Ouch.
As he
Ouch!
Neither am I.
You just sort of hear this little slight growl from Eryk.
So yeah, he takes out his purse and starts counting some credits for you. Well, that's 3 for you, 3 for you, 3 for you, 3 for you. There we go. Half day of payment up front. And a shake on that, yes?
Of course. I put out my hand.
Now, I am more interested in research than in money. The only reason I would need credits is to further my research. Is there any sort of potential old world artifacts I might encounter at this in this attic?
Well, you'll be lucky if someone just dropped something on the floor. But, well, you can always just save up some money for an expedition or something. I don't know. By the way, when you shook his hand, you felt that his hand kind of grabbed hold of you in a very unnatural way. And when you released, it kind of made a small sound.
Yeah.
I just sort of sniff the hand and
Just
do the
take the money you need to eat anyways.
True. All right, fine.
Ah, great.
Kharvo makes as little contact with the toad men as possible.
Well, he does want to shake your hand.
Ilya would have shaked, by the way. Let that be known. After the haggle argument earlier, that would have likely occurred. I'm not just going to leave on my slightly racist note.
Kharvo eventually takes a hand, but then wipes said hand on the coat.
Wow. And he finishes his drink. I'm done here. I can take you to
would be appreciated. Thank you.
your new workplace, or you could, shake some fists. He motions further into the bunker.
On my scene.
I heard they got some interesting specimens down there in the basement today.
Specimens?
Oh yes.
Meaning
Oh, you don't know? Well, see, they They have a arena in the basement. They bring all kinds of weird creatures down there.
No thanks. Everybody go quiet.
Fine, we'll go then.
Thanks.
All right, well, come with me. Let's go. Let's go meet her. And he kind of mutters to himself. And you walk outside, where you see the vigilant guard.
Damn vigilant guards.
Ilya's standing by him having a dart, and when he sees you guys come out, he flicks it onto the ground and he looks for whichever direction this attic is supposedly. Because if we're gonna be guarding someone, I want to know what they look like at least. Otherwise, I'd be a terrible guard.
You're a terrible guard.
I am a terrible guard, but Ilya is not.
Yeah, you, come. We're going. We're leaving.
All right.
And he brings you to the Thermopolium. Seems like a very classy place. Very, very nice. The interior is in dark wood. The tables on the bottom floor are very, very nicely carved, and I'm gonna bring it to the map. Because this is where you will be staying for some time.
Nice. And also, is this a really classy brothel?
No.
Oh, good. Just making sure. I got nothing against it, but you know, got a job to do here.
It's more like a very fancy hotel.
Okay.
Which sometimes doubles as a brothel.
Yeah, sometimes. He takes you in and just kind of waves at the people working there, and they motions back. You go up to the second floor, where you can see that it's almost like a lector, or where you can look down into the ground floor.
Okay.
You are a troll.
My life, my life, my life.
And you walk another staircase up into the attic, where the roofs are sloping
Peaked.
on both sides. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's an attic ceiling.
And there is a curtain here. There's a curtain that covers off that part of the room. Apart from that, what's closest to the door are just broken furniture, old clothes, and nothing really of interest. There's a bed, a small table, and that's pretty much it in this room. There is this woman, however, the one you assume is the strumpet.
Hello, puppet.
Hello. Who is a wiry, muscular girl with long black hair reaching almost to her waist and vanishing into the surge from the sweeping black caftan she's wearing. Her feet are dressed with strapped sandals, and her olive skin is covered largely in henna tattoos in different abstract patterns. And as you come in, she looks at you and kind of sigh. Ah, come now, darling, come now. Meet them. Meet your new friends here. Huh? Oh, all right. And she
It's a pleasure.
comes up to you. So you're my bodyguards? Is that it?
Essentially, yes.
Or babysitters? Shoots a glare at Smiley.
Puts a whole new spin on I fell in love with Tijuana.
Is there? I'm just taking a look around the room. Is there? You said there were some broken boxes and some clothes and this curtain. There wouldn't have to be a pole or anything like that, would there?
A pole?
Yeah.
No.
Pervert.
I mean,
what about the bed or any
you can have
like
a,
others?
you can have a stool leg or something of the like, but nothing that's longer than that.
And the bed, is it a wooden frame?
Yep.
Is there a headboard on it?
No headboard.
Okay. Kind of throws that idea out the window for a little bit. Well, we'll see.
Well, I'm Tijuana, and she kind of reaches out her hand sloppily.
Kharvo actually has no problem shaking her hand.
Same goes for Erich.
No. I am Erich. He's like, no fucking clue who you are. I am Erich.
Eryk, yeah, I got it. Okay. And you are? She looks at the others.
Ilya had taken a glance at her, and up and down, kind of nodded, figured it out. He's going back to the main floor, but he's not doing anything in particular down there. He's, well, actually, he's poking around, seeing if he can find a pack of cigarettes. Actually, not sure if that's an RP thing alone, or if I do a skill check to see if I can get somebody's attention, but he's looking for cigarettes.
Well, the waiters seems to be having a pack in his pocket.
When we got paid half in advance, did that give us like 3 credits to work with here in my pocket?
Indeed.
Hey, let's say, how attached are you to that pack of cigarettes there? I'll give you 2 credits if you give me that.
I'm gonna look up how much it costs just to
Alright.
know. Because...
Don't worry, this is leading to something. I'm not just looking for cigarettes.
No, that's fine.
Let everyone know.
Right. So a pack of cigarettes would be half a credit to a credit, depending on the quality.
I will offer him a credit, because 2 credits might be overkill.
I'm gonna laugh when there's only 2 cigarettes left.
We're getting 7 a day pretty quick for just keeping her in that room.
Are you part of the PF company?
Huh? I work with Smiley.
And you see that he's thinking for a second? Oh, well, I can just put it on his tab then. He hands you the
Perfect.
Already getting a half a credit to a credit over on Smiley.
Turns on his heel. He kind of labors his way back up the steps. Comes in here. He walks over to give her, let's say, half of what was left, and the rest he fires in his own pocket. The only gratitude he offers with that statement is, "Don't run away from me."
I'll provide for you. Don't run away from me.
I bring you darts. Stay here.
She kind of looks at you, but kind of smiles. Thank you.
And then he goes to find a chair.
Well, there are 2 chairs.
Oh my gosh, I'm giant.
Suddenly.
No.
There
Well,
we go.
He'll head back down the steps here, and he'll go sit on one of these open steps on the 2nd level.
All right.
Good sentinel position.
And Smiley speaks. Well, Tijuana, remember now. Just a couple of days. Just have to stay here. Just keep it cool for just a couple of days. Just a couple of days. And then we'll have all the things sorted out by then. All right? These people will take care of you, all right? They'll be fine. You're safe here, huh? Right, boys. All right, boys. Oh, well. A couple of days. You know.
He's a happy guy.
Ah, yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Oh, the time. Well, I have to go. Business, you know.
Did he check a ginormous chest clock?
Not a chest clock, but a pocket watch.
Ooh, fancy schmancy.
So, they'll take care of you here. See, just don't go overboard with the drinking and all that. Okay.
Drink? Yeah, perfect. No overboard. Well, no overboard.
Right.
You're the first one to get drunk, aren't you?
Well, Tiana, you know how to reach me if things comes to worse or anything. But well, good evening then. And he leaves.
So Kharvo waits till I'm pretty sure that Toadman is out of earshot. So what does he have on you?
What? Have on me? I don't quite follow.
Why is he keeping you here?
Well, there has been a misunderstanding, and there are some people that are a little bit quick to take action. He's helping me. That is all. And actually, as a Erich, how would you pronounce it, Colin?
Eryk?
Okay, Eric. As you are close to her, or within a shorter distance, you notice that there's a pulling force coming from her,
Ah,
and she kind of gives you a look of acknowledgement.
I would do the same back. Then the psi mutations, is telepathy a given, or is that a special mutation you would have to activate?
That is a special mutation that you would have
Okay.
to activate.
To be able to communicate telepathically. Got it. All right.
Well, she says, I'm bored.
I saw in her description there were some tarot cards.
She busts out a deck of cards. Cards? Anyone?
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna go find some of the broken boxes and see if there's any good wood that can be used for bolts.
They're up here on the attic, the broken stuff.
I mean, there are some materials.
Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look over and say, are you using these broken boxes or?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And I'm gonna find just a corner to sort of sit so that I can watch where she is and the stairs.
So she goes back there for the tarot cards.
Yeah. She sits down at the table and starts giving out cards. All right. Well, they're playing cards. Ilya is downstairs, up to something.
Yeah, he's looking over the balcony there, just kind of biding his time, waiting for anything to come along that he needs to shoot. He's a very vigilant sort. He is smoking inside, though, which is kind of fucked up. Pardon my French. Sorry, I'm not supposed to swear on stream.
Kharvo's tucked into a corner with the jacket pulled close about him, just trying to look as small as possible, basically hiding.
Well, time passes. Doesn't seem like any hooligans are coming to assault, and the whole standing watch thing downstairs is getting a bit.
Yeah, tell me about it. He's just he's been wandering. He's done the full circuit here like about 6 times. You know what? I think he's gonna go and waste some more time up here. The good gun for hire that he is. Although he is pleased to see that nobody else has left the room because he was half expecting one of you to just wander off back to the bunker or something.
I'm actually going to take a look at the windows and sort of see what can be seen outside of them.
Yep.
Or to see whether or not there's rooftop access or what have you.
There are no rooftop access, but you'd figure that a dexterous enough person could probably walk by.
Right. Then I'm going to take a look at, just look outside and see if I notice anything unusual, I guess. What would that fall under, I guess? Just standard perception?
Let's see.
Standard perception on that, Alex?
So you're going to want to look at like stealth.
Wits plus composure.
There you go.
Yeah. So with that, I get 2 successes.
Right. Well, it's getting darker now, and people are dispersing. But other than that, it seems like it's gonna be a calm night. You thought it might rain, but on second thought, probably not.
Okay. And nothing's in the shadows or nothing hiding in the dark?
It doesn't seem to be anything hiding in the dark.
Fair enough.
Do you wanna?
So I'm gonna.
What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make my way back then to the to an area where I can sort of just keep an eye again on pretty much everything. I'm gonna pull out my knife and sort of play with it a little bit, absentmindedly.
All right. Okay,
Do you wanna? What can you tell me about your tattoos?
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're from where I grew up. Rather not talk about it, really. If you don't mind.
It's okay. That I'm just gonna keep playing cards.
Well, eventually it gets pretty late. And she excuses herself. Well, I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Rest well.
Yes. And she looks at Kharvo. Would you mind?
Kharvo slowly gets up and just moves around to the other side.
And she closes the drapes.
One of us should go to the ground outside and do a constant perimeter of the building.
Agreed. Made my way down.
Just waiting for us to, like, we're gonna screw up at one point or another. There's gonna be like a string of towels at the window, and I'm gonna be like, God damn it, man.
Pretty much.
We had one job.
Notice all the windows are in there except for one.
So what I'm going to do is go to a point. Just give me 1 sec, actually.
Damn you, telephone.
This is actually a pretty swanky joint. I'm gonna, wonder if I can get away with a sneaky drink, or if I'm gonna get in trouble with Mr. Smiley. I don't like to drag in one solid motion. I like to go step by step, so it really carries the feeling of me walking around.
So yeah, you see the same waiter. He's cleaning the tables.
All done serving for the night?
Yep. Done for the night.
If I washed the glass and I gave you one of your cigarettes back, could you get me one more? This guy's probably also sick of my shit.
You want a new pack of cigarettes in exchange for a cigarette?
No, I would like a drink in return for one of your cigarettes. I can pay as well. You're just closed.
Ah, yes, right. Well, I'm sure that we can open for a minute. Just for
You're a good man.
just for Mr. Piaf's company.
I wish the pubs were this friendly where I am. Yeah, you got some cigarettes.
And he gives you a drink.
Awesome. So Ilya is set. I don't know how you guys are doing.
So sorry about the interruption there. I'm going to make my way to the street and basically get a vantage on the 3 windows that lead into her area of the house. In doing so, though, I want to stealth and sort of make myself as hidden as possible so they don't see me. So, if I remember correctly, that will end up taking me stealth roll.
Stealth and dex plus equipment.
Stealth plus dex plus equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Which do have camouflage. I think it's an extra die. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right.
Now I'm just going to keep a constant sort of vigil on those areas. But for that, do I make just a perception check to keep that going, or how would you like me to do that?
No, that's fine. Just keeping it.
Greg, I'm sorry, that's wits plus stealth plus equipment.
Wits?
Mm-hmm. Apparently. Which I think your wits and your dex are the same, right?
Are the exact same, so yeah. So yeah, 4 successes, and then I'll just, for perception, 3 successes.
Oh no, it is Dex plus stealth for terrain for concealment. Shadowing is wits. Sorry.
Still, I'm good.
They use everything.
Well, you're keeping a low profile out there. Doesn't seem to be happening much. It's very quiet, and it's getting late.
Well, my guy is basically he will stand his post until relieved. Kind of.
That's pretty good mentality, but I feel like we're falling short if we don't do the one awkward middle of the night check if she's still actually in her room. Or if she is, like, before we even got outside, she's been reduced to a bunch of pillows and under a blanket. So someone's going to have to do that.
Yeah. My post is good. I don't know what the rest of you are doing. Well,
A pumpkin with a cigarette in the mouth.
I am going to approach this wall, not really go past the curtain, but see if I can sort of feel that same pull I felt before.
Yeah, I mean, when concentrating, you can definitely feel her presence.
That is a good usage of that.
I will just return to where I was, knowing we have someone outside and guards in here and someone downstairs. So I'm pretty confident that if anything comes up, I'll know about it.
You almost feel like Kharvo was glaring at you the entire time you walked closer to the curtain.
Well, how are you spending the night?
That's a good question.
Ilya's having a series of, like, sweaty micro naps where he'll be, like, sitting there with his gun waiting for somebody to come in, and his hat will just kind of slowly drift down, and then, what's up? Nope, we're good.
All right.
Kharvo will eventually head out to the street and look around to see if we can spot our erstwhile companion.
Then Eryk is going to wait until someone comes back up, but once they do, he is going to lay down on this, which I think is a bed. Or is that a table?
That's a table.
You said there was another bed up here somewhere.
There's only one bed.
Oh, the one behind the curtain. Got it. If that's the case, he will sit down and over here and lean up against one of the crates and rest whenever someone else starts to come back.
All right, wits and composure to find Eryk. There's 3, one of which is a 10. We roll that again. That's 4 successes.
oh, you roll times.
Yeah, exploding dice.
Okay, good to know. Going forward.
So I have 4 successes versus whatever successes Eryk got. Huh?
4. Though now with knowing exploding dice. Yeah, no. If I see you, I'm going to wave you over.
Kharvo comes close, but not too close.
Especially once you see that the eyes sort of low-ish. Thank you for the cat idea, by the way. If you
That doesn't seem to make Kharvo any more nervous around you.
yeah. If you
You're not a sticky toad person.
No, I'm not.
Which is just icky.
All right.
You're relieved.
They still relieved. Those 3 windows there. I'll be upstairs.
Comparable to the smoky scariness of Shadow's voice, I would not feel comfortable at like 3 a.m. having someone like sneak up to my ear and go, "You're relieved." Like, oh, you're gonna stab me now. Oh wait, no, you're my friend.
Yes, I did relieve myself in the middle of my pants. So I'm gonna walk into the and see Ilya and anything up here or down here. Which you prefer?
What did you say?
And I'm gonna walk to Ilya and say, "Hey, stay here or go upstairs? Which would you prefer?
If you could take the second floor, you might have a good middle ground. I believe there's still somebody in the attic.
Fair enough. I will go there.
Many windows.
And I'm actually going to go to the one that's... Now, if I were to do a check based on the setup of the building, would I be able to gather that the window here is the same one that is underneath the one from the top floor?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to take a seat here and just sort of rest, but I'm also going to keep an eye out the window and keep my wits about me. And are there any lights on this or anything lit?
There are street lights outside, but there's nothing.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's perfect. I just wanted to see if there was anything to dampen the light inside.
Right. Well, the night passes uneventful. You're all very vigilant in your guarding.
I may have fallen asleep if no one came back up, leaning up against the crates there. So I was waiting for someone, and if no one showed up...
That should be all well and done, but I highly recommend come 7 or 8 o'clock, someone should go wake her up on the pretext of breakfast. Ilya also probably dozed off, but not for more than like an hour. He's used to sleepless nights on the run.
Given the mask, you'll never know if Kharvo was asleep or not.
He was standing upright the whole time, so you just can't tell.
Well, Kharvo was huddled in the corner, sitting for a long time, trying to look as small as possible.
That's true. He could have gotten some mini naps in then, and we would never know.
Well,
Kind of the same thing that's going on down in the street right now.
all the first rays of light shines upon Hindenburg, and the establishment begin to open again.
In order not to cramp their style, he's going to head upstairs.
Kharvo will get up and loosen the stiffness before heading inside.
Huddling up in a little corner as small as he can for 8 hours straight.
More of the same happens up here.
What? Morning already?
You see a head nod.
When's breakfast?
Possibly now.
All right, then. And this Eryk is going to make his way down the stairs and start looking around, see if anyone's preparing like a continental breakfast or anything like that. Because this is a swanky joint.
Right.
Also, does this furniture look new, old, somewhere in between?
Does what look new or old?
All the furniture in here.
It's fairly old, but well kept.
Nice for the apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Old enough to be possibly old world society stuff?
No,
Or more recent than that?
because this is wood and would have
Would have decayed, got it.
decayed for quite some time ago. Well, Tiana wakes up, removes the curtain, kind of looks at Kharvo.
Time for breakfast.
So
Lovely.
creepy.
Lovely. And she starts to make her way downstairs.
Ilya's gonna, as soon as she gets to the bottom of the stairs, Ilya's gonna say, nope, stop.
I was told there was breakfast.
There is. Either I or Eryk will get it for you. Please just wait upstairs.
Come on, I've been stuck up there for. I just need some new scenery, you know.
Unfortunately, they are not allowed to give you new scenery.
It's much nicer down here.
It is.
So, why can't I just sit here?
You can stay down here. One of us will go further downstairs in order to get you breakfast, but you must not go onto the ground floor.
Alright, fine. She sits down at the table. It's better than being stuck up there.
Oh
Do you
boy.
have any preferences for your eggs?
Green.
Unfertilized.
Duh.
So do they have breakfast?
Yeah, they're cooking up breakfast. They have porridge, and sausage, eggs.
All right.
Kharvo will actually sit next to Tijuana.
If I see Ilya come down, I'll say, "Is Tijuana up yet?"
Yes, she's awake. I've allowed her to go onto the second floor. We're going to bring her food.
I'm worried that she might be in some kind of danger.
I am almost certain that she is in danger, but that is not our job.
Perhaps
Best
then it
we
would
can-
be
Go ahead.
best if you are going to have her on the second floor to keep her further away from the windows if possible.
I will see what I can do, but there is an open rotunda on the second floor, and consequently she will always be relatively close to a window. She is under close watch. Should be. As Kharvo is just breathing down her shoulder. Well, I guess he's got the mask, but he's right up over there. Close watch.
And it's that heavy breathing.
Just sitting in the next chair, not freaking being all creepy leaning close and shit. Come on.
He's just there. I know. But certainly the least settling character among us, and we're not exactly the most comforting characters.
It's post-apocalyptic. We're not meant to be comforting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you are all eating upstairs, I suppose I will join you. He's gonna pick up food if he's gotten any by now, and head back up.
Once it comes around, Ilya's gonna get like just a piece of bread for himself or something and carry another plate up for the girl.
Oh, great. I'm starving. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Kharvo actually cringes as you get closer.
Just kind of plops it down and then distances himself from any personal attachment remotely acquisitionable.
All right. Well, what we're doing today? Cards again?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. I'm actually going to go downstairs and grab my own breakfast. Actually, while I'm down there, I'm going to take a look at the chairs. Are they just general wooden chairs?
Mm-hmm. They're kind of heavy wooden chairs.
Solid built or with spindles?
Why are you trying to steal the chairs?
How much can I sell these for?
I'm not.
This is pretty good solid wood. Fetch a good price.
I'm trying to compare it to the ones that are upstairs.
Well, they have the same type of chairs on the second floor. It's just on the attic that they have like crap.
It's okay, they are solid, but they don't seem to. Okay. I'll break this. I get it. I'll go back up. Eddie's.
So are you gonna tell us what kind of problem you're having?
I think I did. There's a misunderstanding with a third party, and Smiley is handling the negotiations to resolve the issue.
All she gets in return is a pair of dark lenses staring at her.
He kind of waves.
You can hear a sigh from the mask.
Okay.
Ilya's gotten a bit closer to here, but he's doing nothing to contribute to the conversation. He just kind of wants to eavesdrop.
Well, just so you know, I've seen ugly. That's the issue.
Wait, what did you say?
Gets a dark lens look again.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty bad burns.
Just dark lenses still.
He is an enigma.
Actually, I got one success on intimidate.
She kind of breaks eye to black glass contact.
I hope in his info, this first sentence is quite literally, Kharvo is a bit of an enigma.
There will be more revealed later.
And she drops the subject.
Implying that Kharvo's all burned up and ugly.
Perhaps if he told us a bit more, we could be more prepared for what may come. we're not entirely sure what we've gotten ourselves into here. At least speaking for myself.
Oh, I thought Smiley had informed you.
Just that we were to make sure you were okay. Not really any information on what dangers there could be.
Well, Smiley's not really, but I have a feeling that there might be some thugs after me, you know? Some lowlives.
They won't make it past us.
Oh, yeah. They better not.
What'd you do? Take their money when they were done with your services?
Very funny.
Kharvo got
At least
own little jab in.
At least I can get employed.
Kharvo takes out the couple of credits or 2 credits and rubs them together and then puts them back in.
Yeah, that won't work every day.
Be polite.
We may need to send somebody out to get this poor girl some dice or maybe some Jenga or something because it is going to be a pretty long few days to the gallows for her, I'm feeling. Hungry hippos.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything besides cards?
Is there anything we can send for to get you?
I only have cards.
Well, perhaps someone has some spare time to go get something else we could do to pass the time.
I can go get her some cards.
She's got cards.
I have cards.
Yes.
Oh, that she has cards. I thought she said she doesn't have cards. I know she has the tarot cards, but I thought she meant like some playing cards. I can go get you some dice.
You know, I know a really great game that just takes a few dice and some pens and paper.
No, what?
Yeah,
What could that be?
So
And now
against
we
the
play Inception.
a game within a game, then we'll start another campaign in that game.
Straight poker. Kharvo's out.
Every story just boils down to we gotta pass some time. Oh, let's play a game.
So does that mean that we're characters playing a game? Playing a game?
The dude playing the dude disguised is another dude.
Can
But really, he's actually gonna walk over and say, "Is there anything in particular we can get?"
Well, maybe some fresh clothes, you know?
He goes from, stoic but friendly to stoic and kind of, he goes, does anyone know how clothes work? What clothes we are to get for a woman? Ilya clearly doesn't want to go shopping for women's clothing, I guess is what we're getting at.
Kharvo goes downstairs. Gonna try and convince the tavern keeper for the credit for some clothes purchases.
Well, well, I do know some old world styles, but I wouldn't say I'm the most fashionable person.
Well, I just want something that doesn't smell cheese. And she looks at everyone's reaction.
Just there's something that doesn't smell like cheese. Was that? I just want to re-ascertain what I just heard. Okay, yeah, Ilya buckles. He heads down after Kharvo. He's gonna, we'll find you something.
Get it in blue if you can. I like blue.
Jesus.
Blue. Lady wants a blue dress or
No,
something.
not a dress.
It's lost on him, man. It's lost on him. No idea what she wants.
So Kharvo goes up to the tavern keeper. Need new clothes for Tijuana. What do you have?
Blue.
Give me something blue.
If he shows Kharvo like a crate of clothes, Kharvo will start picking through stuff.
Yeah, I'll show you the lost and found.
Kharvo's like holding clothes up, like comparing them size wise. finds a nice blue shirt. This is nice.
Yeah, sure. Take it.
So Kharvo grabs a few things and tries to figure out why there's underwear in the lost and found. then thinks better of it.
It's clean at least.
Kind of skirts around Ilya. These'll do.
Oh, he's not sure what he just saw, but he's happy that it worked out.
So Kharvo returns upstairs with like a couple different sets of clothes.
Oh wow, you really went to town with it.
I know, right?
Well, she finished up her breakfast and she takes some of the clothes and leaves you with some of it.
Kharvo is not eyeballing the green shirt that was picked out.
And she'll go back upstairs, close the curtain,
Probably.
probably. Or she's
Presumably.
escaping.
Or tie them together and escape
Oh,
out the
God
window.
God damn it, that's I can't edit it because Ilya's doing fine right now, but that's 100% what is happening right now. Like, just keep your eye on the southern windows there, and we'll just see that. Loop.
What I'm doing. He walks upstairs, and Eric's going to walk downstairs into the streets.
What is really perfect is you actually, if this is what's happening, you managed to get it by me. I was so convinced we had this place on lockdown. It's like, yeah, just go ahead. What, you want a coil of rope? Yeah, we could get you one of those. That was about a firearm.
Well, time passes. Unless you want to do anything specific, killing time for now.
So is she still staying up there? Or
yeah.
has she not come down the stairs any time recently?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to go upstairs just to make sure she's okay, not too bored. Maybe play cards with her again.
Yeah, she'll appreciate that.
Kharvo disappears for a bit and comes back wearing a very fashionable green shirt.
He couldn't hold it off for any longer. He's like, I got it. I know it's here and I want it. Why am I not getting it?
Which is totally hidden by the military overcoat. But hey.
He's just trying to pass it off like nothing's changed, and we all look at him for like 3 seconds, then slowly look away.
I'm actually going to prop myself up in the corner while against the wall here and just sort of rest my eyes and sort of nap.
All right.
So when I come up here, she's still in here? Is the curtain still closed, or what's going on?
No, she has opened the curtain. She's sitting at the table, playing with her cards.
Oh, thank God.
More cards?
Well, is there anything else to do?
You set me paranoid, Joel. I thought she was leaving.
Ilya totally catches Kharvo
Ilya's
just
got a fancy
pinching
for
the bottom
He's got a
bottom of
fancy
the
for the
fabric.
girl. He doesn't want to have to shoot her in the leg and drag her back.
Well,
Ilya, you totally catch Kharvo like fingering the shirt material when thinks no one's looking.
Underneath, like, I'm like, what is that bright green thing? And you're like, huh?
Pulls the jacket closed real quick.
Do you have a green handkerchief? And you're like, yeah, handkerchief.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, cards it is.
Cards it is. Time passes. It's getting close to evening now. It's really boring. It's really boring here. Nothing is happening.
Here's the question. Should one of us go and try to collect our money from Smiley for the day? Gets paid $7 a day, but one of us is going to have to go at least once a day to go try to find Smiley. Or we can let it back up and expect him to pay out big at the end, but it strikes me as shifty.
It's just a happy guy.
He's just a happy guy. Come on.
Assuming he's still alive.
You wouldn't be so happy if you were dead.
Nope.
Well, it wouldn't be sad either.
Talk
Maybe.
about poor Smiley like that.
He could still be smiling though.
True.
Oh God.
Maybe with a little bit of Joker gas.
Put a smile on that face, why don't they?
Some classical Hamill grins.
Well, it's getting dark unless you want to do anything.
I'm sort of
Why
been
not?
aroused from my sleep and just sort of again take out my knife and start fiddling with it.
I saw you
Ilya's
have some
got-
tarot cards as well.
Ilya wanders up, kind of as quiet and one-off as ever, and he puts the last 3 cigarettes from that little pilfered package for her, and he puts them on the table. I'll get you more later. And he's gonna leave again. He's really convinced that he can stave this off by just getting her more and more cigarettes. Actually, he's not even gonna go downstairs. He's gonna wait by this window here. I'm just waiting for like 5 nights in or something. Suddenly, 70 bandits on the roof.
Kharvo like comes up the stairs and then like really tightly tries to squeeze past you in the edge of the frame.
He does not give way. He just kind of lets you do it. Once you're done, he'll shift.
Kharvo's dark lenses look at you like, really, asshole?
Oh, am I doing something wrong? I don't see any smiles or frowns, so I must be fine.
Lenses are very expressive. Very. Do we set up another night watch?
Probably safer to do that, yes. I'll take first I have not.
All right. Well,
I did ask about the tarot cards, not just the playing cards, but the tarot cards as well.
yeah. What about it?
Yeah, you can play card games with tarot cards.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd help pass the time if we did a reading.
Oh, you don't believe that, do you?
Kharvo
Not
comes
really, but it's
closer
kind of
at that.
fun.
Kharvo sidles into one of the chairs at the table.
Well, it's getting dark. She's once again excusing herself to go back to sleep and close the curtain.
Aw, no reading?
No reading.
No, I don't even know how to read.
Dark lenses just glare at her. Definitely seems like a tiff as Kharvo walks off. Get that distinct impression.
So around closing hours, and you can make perception checks.
Which was that? Perception? Is that wits and composure?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
I get +2 to detect ambushes there, Alex.
All right.
3, 110, 4 successes.
I had 4 successes for stealth again, and I had 2 successes.
I had 3 guesses for perception. I guess we'll say if it was later on in the night, he's resumed kind of down here-ish, if that's okay.
All right.
Over on the 2nd floor.
Where is Eryk positioned?
Me, Eric, or
Well, you both have the same name, don't you?
not my fault. I had it first.
Eryk in the sheets or Eryk in the streets?
Right. in the streets.
Again, positioned outside, like in the streets, sort of off in the dark, watching those windows.
All right, gotcha.
With the sneaky.
With the sneaky.
Eryk can be very sneaky.
I'm very concerned right now, by the way. Just want you all to know.
Mr. Toad's rival,
No, that's fair.
Mr. Frog, shows up.
The night is always the most silent before the storm.
What's right there, Mr. Badger?
Not Mr. Badger.
I'm back.
He
Tell me
don't.
I'm not the one who red wind in the wood.
I heard Mr. Badger don't give a fuck.
What did you get, Ilya, for perception?
3 successes.
Well, from your positioning there, you notice that the workers downstairs, they seem to be disrupted in their finishing up downstairs. and they just kind of fades into the sides where you can't see them.
Oh boy, this seems like it's a pretty straight and narrow event. Happenstance. Ilya, he's not going to think too much of it because he kind of knows these guys after 2 days, but he is going to go up and lean kind of leisurely against the banister here.
And you hear that a couple of people are making their way towards the staircase.
Oh geez, okay. He's gonna get his rifle out now. Again, not like he doesn't, not ready and rare, and he's just, now he's got it. He's starting to think something might be up.
All right. So they're basically here. So underneath you. And as they're making their way over
Right
here,
underneath.
they're going to be visible for you. So do you want to stay where you are or move?
I do, because it doesn't seem to be very legitimate from a human perspective to start shooting these guys because they're walking towards the stairs. But you know what? He's actually going to move a bit closer to this staircase, if that's okay.
Okay.
Get ready to take cover if I need to.
You can roll a stealth check to do it without anyone noticing.
He's not a great at stealth, and I feel like he's a sentinel, right? He's a bulwark. He wants them to know he's there, if anything.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
Yeah, he just kind of hoofs it over to the stairs and he's standing there with a big ass rifle.
Well, as you
Musket, I
move over
suppose.
there, you hear that they stop.
Hello?
God damn it.
What the hell do you want me to do?
What you want?
We're bodyguards, not bandits. Peg this guy as soon as he comes around the corner.
He's got it up at 8 and ready to go.
Ilya, say hello.
Hello?
Well,
Hello?
they do not answer you.
I'm looking forward to hearing the sounds of footsteps heading back towards the front entrance. If not, I'm going to open fire. He's saying this very loudly so as you might hear it upstairs, as well as downstairs.
And outside, hopefully.
Probably not outside.
No, not outside.
I'm not even sure Tijuana might hear it, but who's that closest? It's Kharvo. He might hear it from me at the stairs. Possibly upstairs Eryk as well. Eryk in the sheets.
Well, you can hear that Ilya is talking downstairs loudly.
Kharvo goes into here. Under the bed.
She,
Quick.
and she just stares at you.
Gets a dark lens stare back. Get under the bed. Here's the first thing that's going to happen. They're going to take you.
Yeah. Oh man, I want it to be Liam, but you're doing a great job.
What the frell are you talking about?
Just get under the bed. Goes back out.
Stop talking like that. She crawls under the bed.
Kharvo has bow out and arrow knocked.
Okay, and Eryk is going to come over here so that anyone who comes up will see him, but he can quickly duck behind cover if he needs to.
All right.
He ties a white rag around a stick already and just has it ready.
That's what his quarterstaff is for.
Don't shoot, I'm a reporter.
You wouldn't hurt a educated man, would you?
No, of course not.
If I got time, Kharvo's actually going to go over to the window and start tapping on the glass too.
Ilya, you can hear that they seem to be starting to move around the open.
They're no longer, they're getting into position. All right. I'm thinking Ilya, he's no longer taking any shit. And I think he's going to wonder whether or not I can get an angle in and maybe take some pot shots at these guys. Because I'm almost 60% certain, which is more certain than Ilya's ever been of anything, that they're here to take her. Okay. So They are spreading out, you say, along the northern end and the eastern end here?
Yeah,
Kind
seems to be someone walking here and someone walking there.
All right. Well, I'm going to see if I can move up here. Is there any I can see down along the eastern wall of the ground floor there?
Yeah, you can see the legs of a white person.
Is there a glass on the table near him?
There are no glasses, but there is a candle.
I don't want to shoot. Is it lit, rather?
No, it's not lit.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to shoot that. Just going to put a round in it just to let them all know that I'm not only there, but I'm raring to go now.
All right. Well, you can roll to hit it.
Yeah, sure. One sec. So for firing, is that dexterity plus firearms, or is it just firearms?
Dex, firearms, and the weapon damage.
Okay, for sure.
So it's always going to be an attribute, a skill, and any equipment you might have.
Okay, let's see. 1 second. We're looking at 4 successes on blowing up that candle next to them.
Oh, and it's going to be minus anything that Alex decides.
That's fair. It is a small object, but that's one pissed off Cossack.
Well, the silence is filled with a large explosion of gunpowder. And that candle is no more.
Call it a warning shot and leave.
Do I hear that?
Oh yes, you all hear that black powder.
Everybody hears it.
The whole block hears that.
I get
I'm making
Smiley
a run
heard it
for
ground.
the door. I'll make a run for the door and make my way and sort of take a look at the situation. Still stealthy though.
And as that shot was fired, the sound of glass breaking on the attic floor as 3 people swings in through the windows. And that's where we're gonna leave it.
Which windows?
Oh boy, they're doing the full breach. I like it. All right, well.
All right.
So is that it? That's us for now?
Yeah, that's gonna have to be it for now.
That's fair.
Good cliffhanger.
Big round of applause.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it. I like having a boomstick.
Now you
I
just
have
need
a regular stick.
I have a bunch of little sticks with sharp bits of metal.
Point sticks.
I think that was good. I think, Adam, if he wasn't watching now, he would be very pleased when he can watch it post-haste. But thank you very much, Alex, for running this, because it was top-notch, I believe. I had a lot of fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He didn't say grass though.
No. But it did say glass.
Yes.
You did.
That'll have to do.
Ah,
Yeah. Well,
thanks, guys.
it'll only get better from here once I get everything worked out.
Well, because now we're going into the rising action.
Well, on YouTube it says there's one watching.
It might be me. No, it's not me. Not anymore.
Adam, is that you?
If we all think of him hard enough, then he'll know. or he's listening, at which point he'll know.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
see what happens next time on Mutants.
that we will.
Doom.
Hopefully we can get back to it before too long, because I'm a big fan of the setting. Thus far, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Both yes and no, because we want to
Yeah, like
with the Rise of the Rulers, but yeah.
of
Yeah.
course, that would be the primary, but still very much enjoy it. Good job, Alex. Big thumbs up.
All right, thanks. Well, bye YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye,
Thanks for watching
Bye,
this.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Have a
man.
beautiful time.